Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the College of Pharmacy Commencement Ceremony for the graduating classes of 2017. I am Brian Gates, an Associate Dean and Clinical Professor here, as well as a WSU alumnus. This is a day that many of you have been waiting for, and I know that this year some students are particularly excited because now May the 4th be with you always on your graduation day. Out of respect for this important occasion, I need to remind you that guests will not be allowed to enter the auditorium during the academic procession. Professional photographers will photograph the candidates as they receive their diploma covers and at other times today as well. Therefore, parents and friends of the graduates are asked to remain in their seats during the ceremony and to refrain from standing in the aisles to take photographs or videos. Also, I need to ask you to silence your phones for the next 90 minutes or so. Last, if any of you do need to get up during this ceremony, the Founders Gallery in the back has windows as well as audio so you can hear what's going on if you need to step out for a moment. We are grateful today to the many people who made this event happen, including our faculty and staff volunteers, and our community partners who are here to celebrate with us today. I would like to recognize the representatives from Albertsons Safeway who are here today to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce a very accomplished professor and administrator, the dean of this college, Dr. Gary Pollak.
Good afternoon. Dr. Gates asked you folks to silence your cell phones for 90 minutes. I don't know why he was only concerned about the period of time during which I would be speaking. That's for taking my May 4th joke. Welcome, everyone. Before we begin with the formal portion of the ceremony, I just want to express my appreciation to the college's staff for making this event possible. As you may appreciate, this is a complicated thing to put together. It is a beautiful and meaningful ceremony, and it just would not have been possible without the dedication of the college's staff. You'll have an opportunity to interact with a number of these individuals during the reception after the commencement ceremony, but I would ask that you join me in thanking them now. I would also like to extend a welcome with a great measure of thanks to Tom Mennigan, who is your commencement speaker today. He's very graciously agreed to carve out a couple of days from what is an enormously hectic schedule to be here in Spokane with you, and I note that this is the second time that he's been with us as a commencement speaker. So Tom, thank you very much for being here. Now, to those of you who are in the audience, so I am not addressing our graduating class at this point, would those of you who have a son or daughter graduating today please stand up? Now, don't sit down. We're not done yet. Anyone have a granddaughter or grandson graduating? Please join the parents. Anyone with a niece or nephew? Or for that matter, aunt or uncle? Anyone with a mother or father graduating? There must be some. A brother or sister? A spouse or partner? Any other relation or friends? Anyone who just wandered in off the street? There you go. Okay, now graduates, look behind you while these folks are still standing up. And behind you, I think, is appropriate. These are the individuals who have had your backs for a long time, and I would wager that for most of you, you would not be here today if it wasn't for them. So join me once again in thanking this very, very important support group. And now in front of you, you have your faculty. They have worked tirelessly on your behalf, always with your best interests in mind, even if it didn't necessarily seem so at the time. They've been with you on every step of the journey that you've had in our college. So again, join me in thanking your faculty. Now, for you guys. Not quite 4 years ago, we welcomed you into our college with a white coat ceremony. And I'm sure that every one of you remembers every single word I said to you at that point in time. But just in case you're too nervous in the context of this event to recall everything, let me remind you of one thing. And that is that I spoke to you about an implicit contract that you had with our college, and in particular with our faculty, when you entered our program. And that contract wasn't to pay your tuition or to have your parents pay your tuition or whoever was footing the bill. The contract was for you to become professionals, to do the best you could, to work as hard as you could, and to get as far as was possible in the 4 years with us. On the faculty side of that contract was to work hard on your behalf, to be mentors, to be role models, to help you when you stumble, and to lift you up when you succeeded. The fact that you're here today, I think, indicates that both sides honored the principles of that contract. What I want to remind you of now is that that contractual relationship doesn't end when you get your diploma. This is your program forever. Deans will come and go. New faculty will be hired. Experienced faculty, notice I didn't say old or older, will retire. But they will always be your faculty. They will always be your deans. This will always be your program. It's how you will be judged, and to a certain extent, it's how you will define yourselves. So stay connected. It's in your best interest to do so, and it's clearly in the best interests of our program to have you remain as part of the Cougar Pharmacy family. So with that, once again, welcome, graduates, congratulations, and as always, go Cougs!